back again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Orion G, and today we're gonna react to 10 worst WWE Royal Rumble surprise entrants. Let's get right into the video.
New FanDuel customers get $200 in bonus bet.
Got advertisement, and I don't even think you can skip it either.
Royal Rumbles are the most anticipated WWE matches of the year
10 worst WWE Royal Rumble surprise entrants.
for a good reason. While the stakes might be high with a WrestleMania title shot hanging in the balance, the thing that fans look forward to as much as finding out the #1 contender for the show of shows is being treated to a few surprise entrants. Well, I say treated because not every one of them manages to land as hoped. I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic Wrestling, and these are the 10 worst Royal Rumble surprise entrants. Join us! Number 10, JBL in 2014. The 2014 Royal Rumble was one of the most notorious matches in WWE history as
2014 JBL.
the crowd in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania completely turned on it when they realized cult favorite Daniel Bryan was not going to be an entrance. Poor little Ray. That's included a couple of surprise entrants, including the returning Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler, who were both coming back from injury layoffs, and NXT's Alexander Rusev. Also making a surprise appearance was commentator John Bradshaw Layfield, who entered from the announce desk at number 24 and was bundled over by Roman Reigns while attempting to
Dang, so he must have got eliminated real quick.
pass his jacket to Michael Cole. Yes, this was a total gag spot, and it would have been fine had we not seen similar years before. Also, Cole really soured the moment when, and I'm assuming this was due to a certain tyrant shouting in his earpiece, he announced that this was the first time the JBL character was entering a Rumble match. We're not having fun, Maggle. Number 9, Melina in 2022.
Okay, that was a weird picture by Michael Cole. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna pause it right there, but yeah, we're going to go next to Melina. So first, we're gonna talk about JBL. He said that was the first time JBL has ever entered a Royal Rumble. I didn't even know that.
2022 was a very disappointing year for the Royal Rumble match, with the underwhelming men's version won by a rampaging Brock Lesnar, while the humdrum women's iteration was bagged by a returning Ronda Rousey. The women's Rumble had started promisingly enough as Sasha Banks came out at number 1, signaling that the boss would in all likelihood be putting in a serious shift. And then came the first surprise of the night as none other than former women's champion Melina strolled out second. Now, the idea of Melina entering unannounced was not bad in and of
Yeah, because she has been out of the company for a long time.
itself. In fact, on the contrary, it was great to see her in a WWE ring proper for the first time since her 2011 release. Coming out to a very warm reaction, she certainly looked the part with her elaborate ring gear and performed her trademark splits on the ring apron entrance. So how sad it was to see a clearly emotional Melina dispatched with such ease by Banks, who chucked her over the top rope within a matter of seconds after dishing out a solitary knee strike. Melina later spoke about what a letdown the experience was and how it was a shame that this one-and-done outing led to nothing further. Number 8, the Hurricane in 2018. As with Melina, there was
I think I remember this.
nothing necessarily wrong about giving a nostalgia spot to old favourite the Hurricane in the 2018 Men's Rumble match.
Yeah, it came into the Royal Rumble, and I think it was John Cena in the ring. He tried to give John Cena a chokeslam, but it didn't work out.
The comedic superhero had previously made a memorable Rumble moment when, in 2002, he entered the ring occupied by Steve Austin and Triple H and tried to hit a stereo chokeslam on the two-man power
Must have been this.
trip, only to be duly launched over the top. Coming in at number 21, the alter ego of backstage producer Shane Helms received a hearty pop and didn't look too dissimilar to how he did a decade or so prior, even if Corey Graves did dish out a needless fat joke. Squaring off with John Cena,
So
Hurricane
yeah, I was right. He was gonna give John Cena a chokeslam.
once again went for his trademark chokeslam, only to once again have his plan thwarted and to be dumped to the floor in next to no time at all. Seeing the Hurricane was nice and all, but this retread kind of proved that sequels are pretty much always inferior to the original. Not only that, but his brief return to the ring was quickly overshadowed by another masked man when Rey Mysterio came out at number 27.
Get 100.
Go with these advertisements.
7. Pat McAfee in 2024. Remember the JBL entry? Well, here we are a decade later and we're repeating the same damn joke. This time around, it was the turn of Michael Cole's new BFF, Pat McAfee, who was shockingly called into action in 2024. McAfee could have actually put in a decent showing in the Rumble since he has proven that he can deliver the goods in the right circumstances before. But this was yet another case of trying to bring levity to proceedings and wasting a spot that could have gone to somebody else. The basic gist was that Pat was egged on to get in the ring, but when faced with the prospect of having to go up against Bron Breakker and Omos, immediately thought better of it and eliminated himself, Drew Carey style.
Yeah, I think I just saw that on YouTube on the Royal Rumble live stream. But no, guys, also, I'm going to be live streaming Royal Rumble this Saturday. Y'all stay tuned to that.
The joke might have landed better had Brock Lesnar been in there instead of Bron, who took his creative after Lesnar was removed from the match due to being implicated in Janelle Grant's lawsuit days prior. Annoyingly, Pat later tried to claim that his entry into the Rumble was an actual surprise to him too. Sure, mate, and may I please buy some of those magic beans you're selling? Number 6, Kevin Nash.
He literally went in the Royal Rumble, saw Omos or competitors he was scared of, and he eliminated himself.
2014. Kevin Nash has had a lot of joy when it comes to the Royal Rumble. In 1994, Nash, as Diesel, had arguably his breakout performance when he entered at lucky number 7, eliminated 7 men, and lasted a not inconsiderable 17 minutes and 41 seconds before being ganged up on and bundled out by 5 people. 1996 saw him can 5 men before Shawn Michaels kicked him out, while in 2011 he made a fantastic surprise return to WWE under his Big Daddy Cool Guys and got a justifiably massive pop for his first appearance in close to 8 years. WWE went back to the well in 2014, drafting in
Because he had made a surprise entrant in the 2011 one, I believe. And Kofi Kingston was shocked. Everyone in the ring was shocked.
Nash for an unannounced appearance that, in comparison to Big Sexy's previous Rumble outings, felt seriously flat. The pop was pretty big, yes, but not as big as the one he had got 3 years earlier. And hey, his elimination of Jack Swagger proved that he at least did something out there, but he was gone in 2.5 minutes, courtesy of Roman Reigns. Nash's prevailing memory of his last ever WWE match, however, was getting caught up in the ropes, almost injuring his arm, which he apparently enjoyed so much it convinced him to go back to the Indies to have fun. His words, not mine. Number 5, Dolph Ziggler in 2018. 2 days after winning the WWE United States Championship at the 2017 Clash of Champions pay-per-view, Dolph Ziggler held a title celebration on SmackDown. After reminding fans of his accomplishments during his decade-plus WWE career, the show-off claimed that the WWE Universe didn't deserve
He's definitely won a lot of titles during his career in the company.
of him, put the belt in the middle of the ring, and then walked off. Was that the last we ever heard of Dolph Ziggler? Of course not. Why, he made his return about 5 weeks later in the Royal Rumble match. Coming in as the coveted number 30 entrant, Ziggler managed to eliminate number 29 entrant Goldust before Finn Balor sent him packing after just 2 minutes. I still, to this day, do not know what the point of all of this was. Why Dolph had to vacate the US title? Why he returned at the Rumble like nothing had happened? Why he was scripted to be in a match for such a short time before being shunted right back into the mid-card pack? Seeing Dolph in the Rumble wasn't much of a surprise, and it certainly wasn't a very good one either. Number 4, Michael Cole, Booker T.
When was the one where I think Dolph Ziggler, I think he had came in at number 30? Is that the one? Nah, I don't know.
And Jerry Lawler in 2012. In the 1997 Royal Rumble match, Jerry Lawler entered the 30-man Battle Royal from his position at the ringside announce desk. He entered with plenty of confidence, only to be sent sailing over from 2 Bret Hart right hands in about 4 seconds. It was, truth be told, a rather humorous and novel bit that got a reaction but didn't slow the Rumble down itself in any way. But WWE just can't help themselves, can they? And 15 years later, they told pretty much the same joke. 3 times. First, Lawler entered at number 12 and was dispatched by Cody Rhodes 43 seconds later. Then Booker T was called into action and lasted around 5 minutes before Cody and Dolph Ziggler teamed up to take
That was around the time when Booker T and Cody Rhodes had their feud. I think it was like, what, 2011, 2012?
him out. Finally, Michael Cole and his garish orange singlet entered the fray at number 20, only to be met by Karma. Cole Cole hightailed it to the apron where Lawler and Booker did the rest. Look, I appreciate that star power was running low at this point, but could WWE not have come up with anything better than wasting a tenth of the Rumble entrance on the commentary crew?
Go with these advertisements again.
Tina Morella in 2020. It has been the better part of a decade since the first Women's Royal Rumble match, with the female version of the Big Battle Royal providing plenty of highlights during its relative...
Y'all remember seeing Tina Morella? Remember, I think it was WrestleMania 25, where they had the Battle Royal match? Yeah, I think that was it.
Relatively short lifespan. One of the highlights has been watching stars from the past come back for a cameo, including Hall of Famers like Trish Stratus, Lita, Molly Holly, Jacqueline, and Beth Phoenix. They all added value to proceedings and were welcome additions to the match. Santina Morella, on the other hand, was the antithesis of a welcome addition and added
Bring Santino Morella back. Bring him back. WWE.
no value. Santino Morella made a memorable Royal Rumble moment in 2009 when Kane eliminated him in just 1 second, setting a new record. When Santino's sister Santina showed up in the Women's Royal Rumble in 2020, it was a moment to forget. Entering at number 29, the business end of the Rumble, Santina eliminated, herself via the Cobra rather than get woman-handled by Phoenix and Natalya. The segment, which was designed for laughs obviously, but received none obviously, very much divided opinion amongst fans. So dear viewer, allow me to settle it then. It was bollocks. Number 2, Shane McMahon in 2022. When Shane McMahon returned to WWE in early 2016, 7 years after his shock departure, fans were thrilled to see him back. It's fair to say that 6 years later, many of those same fans were just about sick of the sight of him. Having not wrestled since being beaten by Braun Strowman at WrestleMania 37, Super Shane sauntered into the men's 2022 Rumble at number 28 and
I don't even think I remember that match. The Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 37? Is that what he said?
managed to outstrike former UFC fighter Matt Riddle and 86 Kevin Owens during his 5.5-minute stay before being clotheslined over by eventual winner Brock Lesnar. A lot of people didn't take too kindly to McMahon waltzing in and looking so strong, given the fact that he only wrestled once in a blue moon. According to reports, that feeling extended to those in the locker room, as some were miffed at Shane trying to use his influence to get booked better than main roster regulars. Most of Shane's ideas were ultimately shot down, but his general behaviour and attitude on that night forced his own father to get rid of him in response. A disaster both in the ring and backstage. The night was a write-off for Shane O'Mac. Hey, luckily there's always the chance of redemption. Number 1, the Boogeyman in 2015. If the 24...
Okay, I remember this. Boogeyman, he had came out. He walked to the ring. He was having a stare down with Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. And then, like, he literally walked all the way to the ring for his entrance, and he got eliminated.
14 Royal Rumble match was a disaster. We are going to have to use something a lot stronger to describe the 2015 one. How about a total flipping disaster? The match will forever be remembered for the Philadelphia crowd, not to mention the legions watching it on TV, turning on the bout, their dissatisfaction being so intense that they even booed The Rock. As far as surprises to keep the Philly...
Yeah, because I think they didn't want Roman to win. I think they wanted Daniel Bryan to win that year.
Fans happy before they almost rioted. The inclusion of Bubba Ray Dudley making his first WWE appearance in a decade and beloved yoga dad Diamond Dallas Page were really nice touches. The same cannot be said for the Boogeyman, who entered at number 7, did his entrance, took a Bray Wyatt clothesline and was thrown out in less than a minute. Right, so the...
See, yeah, that's what I was saying. He literally got eliminated quick. That was 10 worst WWE Royal Rumble surprise entrants. You guys tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned to that. Subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah out.